We have arrived in St. Thomas just in time for Easter, and the marina is hosting a little Easter celebration. After some snacks and some toys and meeting the Easter Bunny, we rode the gondolas up to the top of the mountain where we had lunch with our friends and got some epic views of the harbor.
Remember, this was built by the lowest bidder.
Oh, you see our boat out there?
Yeah, right there.
Right by Jeremy's?
We came to the Virgin Islands about 12 years ago, and we rode these same gondolas and had lunch at the same restaurant. And I remember looking down thinking, wow, look at all those sailboats. And who would have known that 12 years later, we would have our very own boat sitting in the same harbor? The next morning, we woke up to our best friends and closest neighbors a little too close for comfort. We ended up pulling up about 25 or 30 feet of chain to give us a little more space.
Right there.
And the Easter Bunny did come and visit the kids on the boat and brought some fun Easter activities. We ended up moving the boat around the corner in front of Water Island, where we got some pretty epic sunsets. And it was really cool to watch the cruise ships come in and out. This spot also has a nice beach and a little restaurant. We hung out here while we waited for a very special guest to arrive.
An energy runner. It runs out all your energy for you. All your leggings.
You're so creative.
We had a fun dinner date with our buddy boat OC, and if you watch to the end, you can read the actual Optimist Creed. It's worth the read. The kids love coming over here to play with little Gregory. They are starting to look like the Three Musketeers. And their boat is so nice. We thought we were high tech. Look at their setup.
I don't no.
The next afternoon, our very special guest arrived. Meet Jake from State Farm. Just kidding, Jake from Allen Lake. Jake is a close friend of ours, and he is like an uncle to our kids. Everyone is really excited to have him on board.
You missed it again, Mom? Woo! I missed it. Yeah, I did it again.
As soon as he arrived, we pulled anchor and headed over to one of St. Thomas's most iconic locations, Christmas Cove, home to the famous Pizza Pie Pizza Boat. We placed our order earlier in the day, and it was ready when we arrived. We tied our dinghies up and had the most epic dinner at the floating restaurant.
Another come around. Come around.
You want to jump in with this guy? Alright, you jump again. Ready? 1, 2,
Gregory,
one.
go.
You can do it. 1, 2, 3. Whoa!
We spent the night there, and the next morning we made our way over to beautiful St. John. And this right here is why I don't think I could ever live on a monohull. Do you see the catamarans? They're barely moving, and that mono is just rocking back and forth. And there's not even that much swell. You can see there's a paddleboard right there. Hi.
Is this cool?
Kinda.
Are we the coolest kids you ever had?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ah! Nice. That was good.
We hung out at Maho Bay for a couple days, and it was from here that Anna and Jake and I decided to take a hike to see the Annaberg sugar mill ruins. We walked and walked and walked. Annaberg is one of the best preserved sugar plantations on the island. At its peak, it produced over 100,000 pounds of sugar annually. It encompassed 1,300 acres and almost 700 slaves. After the emancipation of the slaves in the mid-1800s and natural disasters like hurricanes and earthquakes, the plantation eventually ceased to operate. It was bought and sold several times and finally became part of the national park here on St. John. After Maho for a few days, we decided to move around to the other side of the island. On the left right here is Tortola, which is the BVI's, and on the right is St. John's, which is the USVI's. At their closest point, they are only a half a mile apart.
Like, someplace like the drive home to you guys, but a lot calmer?
We found a nice little spot called the Hurricane Hole, and we had it all to ourselves. This was one of our favorite anchorages or mooring balls that we have been so far. It was incredibly calm and flat and beautiful with clear water, and it was just us and Optimist Creed.
I'll go to me with my goggles in case I fall in. And not go away, I'll be...
Been doing it. What? He's so good.
Woo! Good job, buddy! You did that all by yourself. Oh my gosh.
Damn.
What? I won't mention any names, but someone suggested that we stay the night, even though it is listed as a day mooring only. And this is what we woke up to. It ended up being the most expensive mooring ball we've ever stayed on.
The other people are in their town, and we're in what town here? Okay? The other people are in what? And we're in town. This is Pal's house now. Okay, Mom?
Okay, baby.
And this is Nia. No, this is Nia and this is Pal. Okay, Mom?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm following this map. And this...
After we left our favorite little spot, we said goodbye to Optimist Creed for the time being, and we moved around to the south side of the island, where Jake and I decided to make the 2-mile hike to go see the ancient petroglyphs.
A little creepy.
They got a cup holder right here. This must be where the microwave was.
And that musty, like old people smell. You know, like your great grandma's house? Okay, that's enough.
It's a plane, boss, it's a plane. So we're hiking, trying to find these petroglyphs. Said it was a 2-mile hike. So far, it's all been uphill. I feel like I'm about to die already, and we're like maybe a quarter of the way in. Look at that view, though. They're everywhere.
Mother Nature's gardening station.
Yeah, I think these are called like mother-in-law tongue or something like that. I forget what they're called. Something.
Did you see him at your mother-in-law's house?
I guess so. I definitely see him at my mother-in-law's house.
Yeah.
And my mother's house. So, this way looks a lot more inviting. I love it. Downhill. Looks glorious. Look at this. I wonder if this was from the American Hiking Society in 1986. The longest 2 miles of my life, and one rock wall later, and we finally arrive at the petroglyphs. Archaeological discoveries at Honeymoon Bay confirmed that these petroglyphs were carved around 900 to 1500 AD by the pre-Columbian Taino and their ancestors. The carvings exemplify the designs found on ceremonial Taino pottery. The pool and symbols were sacred dwelling places and ritualistic sites for the spirits of their ancestors. The spring-fed pool stays at nearly the same level despite rainfall, causing an interesting and perhaps intended mirror effect on the petroglyphs, a duality of the spiritual and living worlds, often reflected in Taino art. It was really fascinating to be so close and to be able to touch such ancient carvings. After we left the petroglyphs, we took a slightly different route that took us through another sugar mill ruins, and Brent picked us up on this little beach, which was just around the corner from the boat. We just spent an epic week in St. John, and on our way back to St. Thomas, we passed through the narrow cut between Big St. James, which is where the pizza boat is, and Little St. James, which is also known as Epstein Island.
Why, Mama?
Because I can't have both of my girls gone at the same time.
Come with us and take Westy. And I'll come visit home for a little bit. You got cabin fever. You've been trapped out at sea too long. We are sad to see this amazing weekend, not only because our friend Jake is leaving us, but Anna is leaving us as well. This is probably the saddest that I have been up until this point, because even through all the crazy things that have happened so far in our journey, we've all been together. And now my oldest daughter, my biggest baby, is leaving us. And I don't know how to navigate life without her. She was always a vital part of our crew. She was always the extra set of hands that was always helping with the kids, cleaning something or cooking something, and we would often wake up to freshly baked muffins and homemade chocolate chip cookies. She was my best provisioning buddy, and we had crazy dinghy adventures, and she was always there when I needed a friend. But boat life has been hard on her. We haven't really found many people her age for her to socialize with, and I know that it's been a very lonely time for her, and she is ready to start her own path in life. So I completely understand her decision. I'm just gonna miss her a lot.